Hello, everybody. Welcome to All Villa, No Filler. Please remember to like and subscribe. Triple underline the subscribe. Please do subscribe. You know, all that stuff. It helps us grow in the algorithm or whatever the hell this thing works. Anyway, Manchester City, Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher, 4. Aston Villa, Ozzy Osbourne, 1. Um, Aston Villa's reserve team, 1, I should probably say. I think going into this game, I think we all expected the worst, didn't we? I've never seen Villa Twitter this season be so kind of uh, down, but I think we all knew we were in for a tough night because look, let's face it, no Ollie Watkins, no Amy Martinez at the last minute, no Pal Torres, uh, no, I mean obviously Boubacar Kamara's out, John McGinn's not there, Matty Cash is out, Jacob Ramsey's out. You know what are you can you really do against a club that has all of the infinite resources of the world? So obviously this was always going to be difficult. And first half, I thought Aston Villa were really, really impressive. We're relying on a lot of young players. John Duran and Timo Robenham particularly stuck out to me. I thought they did very well. Robenham basically having to sit as that deep lying CDM, and then he'd have to basically move into what was a 6 at the back to keep City out. And I think we did a good job of that first half generally. At the very start, it felt like um, Grealish and Doku were causing us problems by going far out wide. First goal came through Doku, being out wide, pulling the ball back, and Rodri scores. But Villa, in fairness to us, I thought that on the transition with, like I say, not our first choice players, I think we looked really impressive. I thought Morgan Rogers had an absolutely brilliant game. I thought he was really impressive. The way he set up, Yonderan's goal, laid it off to him. Duran gets it back to him. Rogers again with one touch to him. And Duran, that was a fantastic goal. That was hints of what Duran actually has. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. I'm not. This is quite difficult to talk through, but yeah, Duran's goal was absolutely, a hint of what he potentially could be as a player. He was fantastic and brilliant work from Morgan Rogers. That's 2 games in a row now against Wolves and Man City, where Rogers has looked very, very natural, very good, definitely capable at this level. Give him a year of Unai Emery's coaching, and let's see where he could be. I thought Zaniolo was also impressive first half on the transition, very useful. But that second goal just before half time, the wall can't be breaking apart like that. And I think it was Zaniolo to blame for that really coming apart from concert. One of them things, it happens, what can you do? What can you do? So yeah, you give yourself a mountain to climb coming out second half. But again, on the transition, I thought City were there to be got at. And I think if Villa had had a first choice 11, I think there was a game on tonight. I really do. I think 4-1 would not have been the score. And I think that we could have scored another goal ourselves. And, maybe they'd have won 3-2, but maybe they wouldn't. Maybe we'd have won 3-2. Maybe we were drawn 2-2. They were always going to cause us problems on the attack because it's Man City. But I thought there were certainly things tonight that were very promising. And the fact that, Villa were ending the game with Callum Chambers in midfield, Amari Kellyman basically up front, is suggestive of you to kind of how stretched our squad was tonight. So, you can't really give out the players too much. Third goal is what it is. Brilliant work from Rodri, and you know, great finish from Foden. Fourth goal, I don't, what's Chambers trying to do, but and a top finish from Foden again. But with Chambers, you got to give him leeway because he's barely played football for a year or two now. So if he makes a mistake like that, it's look at Calvin Phillips at West Ham at the moment. He's barely played, and sometimes when you're off the pace, it's very difficult to get back at it. And when you're thrown out against Man City, it's hard to keep up with it. So overall, I thought Man City on the transition looked like they can be got at, which is what I think will be interesting to see as the rest of the season develops. Who wins the title? I wonder if City just might be vulnerable in that sense. They've got Real Madrid next week. fairly sure Real Madrid's team will be, they won't be playing their reserve team like we were essentially. So I'm sure they'll have more of a chance. But no, there's definitely vulnerabilities to City, although I think Grealish looked back at it. Certainly caused us a few problems, I thought, and I think he'll be the link-up player out wide that might help City onto a few trophies this season. As for Villa, all you can say is really impressive stuff from our younger players. They had a mountain to climb tonight, and there was one absolute moment of magic from Duran and Rogers. Again, Douglas Luiz almost scored second half, which would have made it 2-2. Again, brilliant counter attack. Lovely work from Zaniolo to help start that. Good work again from Diaby, Rogers, and Douglas Luiz unlucky not to score it. I thought that Diaby again showed positive signs. I think there was. It's so weird to be saying this with a 4-1, but I thought there were genuinely positive signs and enough for me to believe that Villa will just get past this, except the way the situation was tonight with our squad. And just as we did against Wolves, we'll move on to Brentford this weekend and look at them. I think we can go and beat them because why not? If our full strength team is back, Ollie Watkins, Emi Martinez, Pau Torres, John McGinn, Leon Bailey starting, you got to believe we can do something. And I just think tonight you got to look at it and think we always had a mountain to climb with the squad we had. I think actually there were some really positive signs from a lot of our younger players. Timo Robbenheimer had a very nice game, very composed for in that situation, and I think that Morgan Rogers again showed why he was such a prime target during the transfer window for Monchi and Unai Emery. And give him a year, who knows how much he'll be worth. And again, there were hints tonight that he could play a variety of roles. On the left, second striker, maybe even up front. Maybe a bit of a Morgan Gibbs White style player in the work there. So yeah, really impressed with him. Good work again from a lot of other players. It was always going to be difficult, but it is what it is. Look, we move on to Brentford this weekend. If we can get 3 points there at home, 3 points that we just got at Wolves, and Spurs have difficult games coming up. Why can't we stay in the top four? Up the mighty Villa. Please like and subscribe. Onward to Brentford. Up the Villa.